Welcome to my video on the Works Cited page. The first thing you should do is make sure you have our Canvas page open because there is a resource on here you will want to reference. If you click on our modules, you can scroll down to the MLA formatting module and open up the Works Cited Common Entries document. I'm guessing that you guys are going to be needing the entire website and the page on a website references. So have that ready. You'll also want to have whatever articles you've used online open up in other tabs so that you've got that easy to access. And then you should also have a Word document open. So if you don't have those three things ready to go, hit pause and come back when you've got it. For those of you ready to move on, let's do it. The first thing we need to do is set up your Works Cited page in MLA formatting. Typically, a Works Cited page is going to be the last page of a document, an essay or whatever that you've written. Since this is standing alone because it's going with an actual PowerPoint slide, we need to set it up as if we were just starting a document. So make sure that you have your spacing at 2.0 and then do the MLA heading in the left. So it's your name first, then my name, then our class name, add in the period that you have it, and then put the date that the assignment is due. This particular assignment is due on Monday. Okay, then we want to title the document Works Cited, and so center that. Works, plural, and cited, not citied, so please watch your spelling. Hit enter and then get over in the left margin here. The other thing you typically need is a header with the page number. We're not going to bother with that on this, but just as a heads up. So, all right, let's go back and take a look at the first thing we need if we are going to cite a page on a website. What the directions say is for an individual page, list the author or alias if known, then the title of the site in quotation marks. Okay, so let's go to our article. The author name should typically be towards the top. You may need to scroll around a little bit and see. Make sure that you don't, that it's not hidden somewhere. And if you really can't find one, then just skip that. This we have some Chris guy, so let me write that. Did I spell his name right? I think so. And then after the name, last name, comma, first name, period, space. And then they said do the title of the article here. So we're going to do America needs to hear from more deaf leaders. This I'm going to put in quotation marks. Period, end quotation marks. Okay, let's go back to our reference page. What we want next, then the title of the site, okay, got that, followed by the information covered above for entire websites. Okay, so here we've got the author, we did the page name, now we want the name of the site in italics. So this particular website name is HuffPost, so we're going to add that in italics. Put a period at the end of that. Let's see. Next, we want the version number, name of the institution or organization affiliated with the site, like a sponsor or a publisher. So let's just look for those things. Version number we're probably not going to find, but an institution or organization a lot of times will be at the bottom of the website. So like I officially don't see any kind of version. Let's scroll to the very bottom of the article. And here, notice this black area, and down here, I see a publisher, copyright 2018 Oath Inc. So that's what actually is going to go next. Then I think it said do the date. Let's double check. Name of the institution, date of resource creation. Okay, so notice that it has the date listed, then the month, and then the year. So let's look and see what we can find. The copyright just has a year, so that's fine. We're just going to include that then. Whatever you don't have, you just skip. You don't need to put ND or NP or anything like that. Then I believe we want... Actually, do you know what we should do? Date of resource creation. I think I saw a better date, a more recent, accurate one up at the top. This is just the copyright. It's not the date of the actual article, which is right here. Let's use that instead. So we're going to do 08 March 2018. And then notice how there's no comma or period or anything anywhere. So be aware of that. Then I think it said to do we got that, then the URL. The DOI or permalink isn't anything that you'll find online, so don't worry about that. But notice that it has the date of resource creation, then a comma, then the URL, and then we'll do a period. So the date of the creation we got, the URL, I'm just going to copy and paste this, and I'll show you. We need a comma there, this, then the punctuation we want is a period, and then we'll do the date of access. Okay, period. If you want to, well, you need to remove the hyperlink. You can do that by just hitting the backspace, but I can show you another way to do that in a minute. And then the date of access, you don't need to put anything other than we're going to write accessed, and then we'll do the date the same way. So accessed. And then today's date is, I don't even know, I think it's the 8th. Oh, I guess this was published the same day I accessed it. That's fancy. Okay, and that's that. So everything that we need for the entry is done. We just have to format it a little bit. I had mentioned another way to remove the hyperlink. If you can't get it to work by just hitting the backspace, highlight it, right click, and then for me, I have a hyperlink option right here. When I click that, then I get an option to remove it. Since I already did, it's not giving me that. But that would be the other way to do it. So the last thing that you need to do for this entry is get the hanging indent. So if you don't yet have your ruler view up here, make sure that you click on View, select Ruler, and then highlight the entry. You want to click that bottom triangle. See how there are two? It's this bottom one, and it's real picky. And then go in between where you are now and the 1. And then that'll create this hanging indent for you, and it should work then for all the rest of the entries you write. If you have more than just one source, be sure you put them in alphabetical order by whatever word is listed first. So if I have a site that doesn't have an author's name, but the first word in the title of the page is, let's say this one, America, it would go before this particular one because this obviously starts with an S. So that's good. If you are all good to go, then just make sure that you save this somewhere you can easily find it. I'm going to call it Alphabet Book Works Cited. And then that way you can submit this onto Canvas when I show you how to do that. So have a great day. Let me know if you have any questions, and good luck.